And then the next thing I had on my list was just like how you used to do those dances after the races were over. I thought it was cool. Like some 50 kid just started doing it this year. I think the sprinkler, like what you did back in the day. Like, you know, I wish I would encourage you to do it more because I thought it was cool. I think people gave you a hard time that you were kind of being too arrogant or something. But
were people not into it?
I think the fans were mad, right?
No, it was the industry. The fans loved it on there. They were having signs and stuff. But you had like certain fans that, you know, like thinking about it now, they had issues with me, period, you know. But like I was doing it, you know, the first time I did it was at Houston in 2004. And I think the fans, they didn't have a problem with me doing the sprinkler, or the people didn't have a problem with me doing it and dancing. It was the fact that they wanted me to move up that year, and I stayed and rode the East Coast again. So they thought, you know, I had sandbagger, you know, big old signs up in the stands, sandbagger. And, you know, so they were more upset that I didn't go race with Ricky. So doing the sprinkler was like, you know, rubbing it in their face. Yeah. But they didn't realize I was like, you know, just 17 years old, just turned 18.
That's crazy to think back.
Yeah. So that's what it was. So the people didn't have it. I think it was more that. And then, but yeah.
But I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Oh, so did I.
But
so did more of it.
Yeah, I stopped doing it because like I didn't feel like it'd be one thing. Like some people have problems, but like I didn't sense that. Like even Cowie, I don't think they were like.
Well, how was Feld's?
Oh, they loved it. They loved it.
Yeah, I would think that, I don't know anyone that didn't like it.
Yeah,
Kawasaki was fine.
I think it was more they didn't.
I think they might have maybe thought it was going to turn the fans against you.
Yeah, that's what it was. They weren't encouraging it. Nobody didn't like it. It was just the fact that like, well, maybe.
Well, I think you were like the first guy to do it, which is pretty cool. Like who else thought to do something like that?
Well, it's like the opening ceremonies. Like when you turn in those videos, like I was the first person to do that. So I mean, part of our job is entertainment. Yeah. So I just thought I enjoyed. I was going to win the race because I had my skit done. Like I wanted to get the skit in there.
This isn't on here. Do you remember Endoing on the parade lap?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, 2007. That was a tough night. We crashed in the main event.
Wheelie, wrecked. I had to change a lever on the line and a front number plate.
That's like
like broke it off. It's like your biggest fear just happened. You have no time.
Yeah, and when I mean I wrecked, I crashed.
Yeah. Where were you?
San Diego. Yeah, San Diego 2007. And I know why I haven't. You know, like back then they probably still do it, but on the Bobcats they'll get up there and they'll sit the Bobcat and smooth it down. Well, when you do that, it puts like a little indentation on like, you know, wherever you set it down at. So when I was doing the nose wheelie, I did it in practice a couple of times. They did it, they cleaned the track up between the practice and the heat races. So when I went up to go do it, I was the first person on the track. And it's nighttime, so I get up there and I see it, and I'm nose wheelie, and I see this little thing, and it's like the tire, I hit it, and it just stopped me, and I'm picking it right up in there, and I flip over because it was on top of the tabletop, and I I hit so hard on that ground, and so I try to get up and like woo, and they turn the lights off on me. Yeah. So and then they show it on TV, but it was because they did the little Bobcat thing, and that was embarrassed. And then I came back and I ended up crashing again. I ran in that hay bale that night and jumped off the finish line.
Crazy.
Got sixth.